Peace and blessings to the chosen. Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim, pushing his truth, sincerity, and charity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Honor Brother Yalad. Going into the no ease of the experience here in this wicked world. As it is written, the world is given into the hand of the wicked. And he covered the face of the judges, as it's written in Job. And just going into the fact that you won't have any ease here. And that I just want to touch the topics of nepotism and what he does to make sure you're not at ease here. Deuteronomy 28:65, among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and a failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. So, wherever you go, whatever you get into, like Jake say, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And this place will not keep you content. The scripture says that this is the rest where you ought to rest. So you don't put your rest into this world. Haggai 1:6, you have so much and bring in little. You eat, but ye have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. You clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. And that was back then. How much more in a time where half of your check goes to the government? And I say half because 30% might as well be half. You see, that's the thing that keeps you from ease in this place. Especially when these devils, the wicked, designed it to where many business operate in planned obsolescence. It says a business strategy where products are designed with a limited lifespan, encouraging customers to replace them more frequently. So they sell you, this picture is actually good right here. They sell you a product and it only lasts for a certain amount of time on purpose so that you can keep coming back and buying it or repairing it and basically keep the money coming in and out of their account. I mean, and it's the thing with the medical industry. You know, if healthy patients don't make the hospital money, let's just be honest. They need that chemotherapy cash coming in. They need the drug game coming in. They need that, all of that, to get their pockets filled. You know, a healthy population don't make them dependent on medical care. So this is but these devils set them up in that position of power and authority to do that. And we understand that the Lord allowed this devil to do that and gave the earth into the hand of the wicked to set an example of what not to be and what not to do. But in due time, he'll set it over the true leadership and righteousness and authority. This is Sirach, also known as Ecclesiastes 10:4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Because right now, the one that's ruling over the earth is not profitable. It's not profitable. What do? Now, granted, this is actually an account of what somebody did. It was an Edomite ruler. I forget who it was, but it's related to Paul. He was in a court with Paul, and then he actually did this, but this scripture being doublefold talks about that account, and then his basically his inward parts, his like guts was messed up afterwards because of that. I can't remember the name of the guy, but I remember he was somewhere close to like dealing with the courts that Paul was in. When Paul was in the courts and he said, is this how you would treat a Roman citizen or something along those lines? He said something, but this is what Edom as a nation has done. The self-proclaimed white man has done. 2 Thessalonians 2:4, who opposed it and exalted himself above all that is God or that is worshipped, It says, above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And Esau, Edom, has portrayed that image and made it seem as though he is a superior being. And he sold that doctrine and that lies and the deceit to the world to make them believe in the madness, to where people still praying to the image of Cesare Borgia to this day, a leprous homosexual, Caesar Borgia. But yeah, no, if I could get that account with Paul, it said I might try to get that account. It said Paul might have been set free if he had not appealed to Caesar. It might have been Festus. Yeah, it was. I believe it was Festus or Agrippa. It had to been one of them, Festus or Agrippa. And then in one of the next chapters, Agrippa did something. Appealing Caesar, yeah. In the next chapter, God says, if I can't find it, I'll just be content with just saying it was either Festus or Agrippa. But one of them, they got their intestines, like their digestive system was messed up bad, and they did something really proud, and that the scripture I use is actually it remarks on that account. It is double fold is what I mean to say. Let me see. If I can't find it, it is what it is. Hold on, it might be right here. It might be in this chapter. Yeah. Forgive me for that though. It's yeah, if I'll put it in the comments or in the description of what he did. But yeah, in a society like this where you have an evil ruler and making tricks and ways to keep you paying what the scriptures say, we've become subject to payments. Baruch 3:8, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. Yeah, so we still subject to payments in this day, but this devil is so tricky, he makes it to where you have to pay even more and more and more over than what you really initially had to pay. Even the scripture says that when our captivity had to end, he prolonged it, roughly paraphrasing. When he went overboard, basically. So Lord willing, this is edifying, but yeah, it's no ease in this world. We look for a continuing city to come, as the scriptures say. We're not trying to make this our kingdom. We're waiting for the Lord to bring the kingdom. That being said, all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai. Shalom.